Would you support adding honors and or advanced sections for the math and science classes at the high school, since there is currently nothing available for the more advanced students until they reach the AP classes? The setup on this is the honors and or advanced classes that you're being asked about would be offered to the A, B+ students in these subjects who need more challenge and or more in-depth curriculum than is possible in the average classes that are currently offered. This may also improve students' chances of being accepted to colleges, since colleges prefer students who've taken advanced and honors classes which are currently not available to our students. So the question is, would you support adding honors and or advanced sections for the math and science classes at the high school, since there is nothing available for the more advanced students until they reach the AP classes?
I've had this question come to me from the community, and I'm struggling with my research because I'm not aware that we do not have honors and advanced classes. However, I do believe that we need to challenge our students on problem solving, not just giving them faster work, harder work, and more work. And I think that we miss the boat sometimes by not coming up with challenging curriculum that doesn't just mean more work. I guess I have a strong opinion about AP too. We need those to get into the colleges. But I have a political position on that I do want to share. I mean, the tail's wagging the dog. Universities are telling us, you have to have this to get in. We graduate great students. We had to eliminate class rank to try to get our students in. And I think what we should be politically advocating is that the colleges recognize what is a quality education. You know, when parents here are hiring college coaches and letting their kids take multiple times ACT and SAT tests, we can't brag of those test scores comparing to an MPS student who can take that test once and has never had a coach and barely made it through a safe school. So I think the education system is broken because of too much business of higher education. And we need to look at that. We need to look at educational options that prepare our students to be content, happy, productive givers. And just higher education, more education, advanced degrees, that's not what makes for happy, content people who give back to a community. And we really need to be honest about that. So I think we need to look at challenging our students and keeping them engaged and not bored. I think that's critical. But I don't have the information to know what AP we offer them.
I would certainly consider whether or not we should add honors classes at some level in the school. And if that's the appropriate freshman level, the appropriate sophomore level, wherever it may be. But I would like to understand what are the implications of adding those classes, both to staff, both to faculty, both to facilities, and to students. Because we have the charge of educating everybody. And we have to take that, we have to take everybody into consideration when we structure the academic program that we offer in this school district. So yes, I would certainly consider it. If the stumbling blocks, if the issues weren't too great, then I think we certainly ought to encourage the administration to add those kinds of mind-stretching activities.
I think I essentially agree with what Joe has just said. I'm not familiar with what the constraints may be on offering those sections, but if everyone's educational needs were being met at a basic level, and there were enough students who could be put into an advanced section and excel in that section, and we didn't have resource constraints from doing it, I don't see a reason why we wouldn't look at doing that. The one thing I would say, though, just in connection to the concern about college, I don't, that was included in the question, I think all the evidence is that our students get into great colleges, so it doesn't seem that not being able to say that they have honors per se, when they've taken the most demanding courses in their school that they can take, it doesn't seem like that's preventing our graduates from having their choice of some great schools. But within our responsibility to meet everybody's educational needs, of course, we need to include to the greatest extent that we can those accelerated learners who really are able to move at a quicker pace than they may be in the courses that they're currently placed in now. So I think it's a completely legitimate area of inquiry for the school board.
I agree with a lot with what Joe and Kathy have said, and I think the motivation behind this question really is good. It's about children being challenged in the classroom and not kind of, they're sponges, as someone has put to me, and we don't want them to dry up in those classes. I guess the realities and the business of the school is such that what's the implication, the cost implications of adding a section or two for these core curriculum subjects, math and science in particular. I do think it's kind of interesting that we offer a lot of AP classes and we really don't have true honors. And I'd like to know more about that, what's behind the philosophy of that, and consider that. Because I think that as important as AP is, I would think it's the learners at the younger age before they can take AP, which is what we're really kind of talking about, and keeping them engaged at their level as well.
Thank you.